What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 7.
Millionaire Maker. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay guys, this is for the Millionaire Maker slate, which is the Sunday main slate at 1 p.m. Oh, and stick around to the very end of this video. After I show you all my picks in the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll show you these players in DraftKings and in FanDuel, the Millionaire Maker slates. There'll be 2 spots open that you have to fill in, but you'll have a great Millionaire Maker core.
Okay guys, NFL Week 7. Let's take a look at the quarterback position. So we just added a new feature here in the position optimizer. We added projected value, which is based on the projected points and their salary. So I just sorted the quarterback position by value, and we have the top value play on the slate at the quarterback position at 8 times value. So my Millionaire Maker quarterback is Deshaun Watson from the Houston Texans playing the Green Bay Packers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson has averaged 24.1 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 3.8 rush attempts per game. He's been scoring more fantasy points each week for the past 3 weeks, scoring 35, 30, and 24 fantasy points in the last 3 games. Projected at 27.3 fantasy points here in Week 7. He's 6,800 DraftKings salary and 1,200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game. 56 points scored in this game, with the Houston Texans trailing by 3.5. So I think this game is going to be a shootout. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a big bounce back game, and he's going to put pressure on Deshaun Watson to throw those touchdown passes. Maybe he can get a rushing touchdown, but this is a super high scoring game in a game that should be a passing game script. So I like Deshaun Watson here versus the Green Bay Packers. Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. Although it might feel like we're chasing fantasy points here, I think this guy's got a good opportunity here in Week 7. So my Millionaire Maker running back is DeAndre Swift from the Detroit Lions playing the Atlanta Falcons, who have the worst defense overall, and they're middle of the pack defending opposing running backs. DeAndre Swift has averaged 14.4 fantasy points per game on the season. He got 14 rush attempts last game and 4 pass targets. He scored 30 fantasy points last game, and he's only going to be about 3% owned here, projected at 14.4 fantasy points here in Week 7. He's 5,400 DraftKings salary and 700 more on FanDuel. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 56.5 points scored in this game, with the Detroit Lions trailing by 2.5. So you got a pretty good matchup here. Another super high scoring game, a running back that gets involved in the passing game, a close competitive game, and low ownership. So this player is going to give your lineup some salary relief, and I think he's going to get an opportunity to shine again here in Week 7. So I like DeAndre Swift here versus the Atlanta Falcons.
Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL, MLB is still going, NBA is right around the corner. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. My Millionaire Maker wide receiver is Davante Adams from the Green Bay Packers playing the Houston Texans, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Davante Adams has averaged 21.1 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 10 pass targets per game. He's going to be about 19% owned here, projected at 19.9 fantasy points here in week 7. He's $7,900 DraftKings salary and $1,000 more on FanDuel. So Vegas thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game. 56 points scored in this game, with the Green Bay Packers favored by 3.5. So you got a fantastic matchup, another high-scoring game, close, competitive game. So you can see we're targeting these high-scoring games here. So I like Davante Adams here versus the Houston Texans. Okay, let's take a look at the tight end position. My Millionaire Maker tight end is Hunter Henry from the Los Angeles Chargers playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have the 5th worst defense overall, and they give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Hunter Henry has averaged 11 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 7 pass targets per game. He got 8 pass targets last game, put up 12 fantasy points. He's going to be about 6% owned, projected at 11.5 fantasy points here in week 7, and he's only $4,500 DraftKings salary and $1,300 more on FanDuel. So fantastic matchup here for Hunter Henry. I think his price is a little bit low for the matchup and for the volume that this guy gets every week, plus the red zone targets. So I like Hunter Henry here versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content.
Okay guys, here we are in the DraftKings lineup optimizer. Over here on Draft Dashboard, we have our Millionaire Maker core locked in here, and we've generated a lineup. So let's see what we got. We have Deshaun Watson, Todd Gurley, DeAndre Swift, Tyler Boyd, Terry McLaurin, Davante Adams, Hunter Henry, DJ Chark, and the Seattle defense. Now this is a pretty good lineup here, but I noticed that we don't have any wide receivers paired with Deshaun Watson, but that's not a must because Deshaun Watson can get rushing touchdowns, so you can run a naked Deshaun Watson. I don't normally like to do that, but it's not a problem when you have a quarterback that has rushing upside. Not a lot of chalky plays in this lineup. Davante Adams is our highest owned player at 19%. Then we have Terry McLaurin at 12%, Todd Gurley at 10%, and it goes down from there. So a contrarian lineup with some quality players and a lot of upside. So I'm going to save this lineup so I can optimize it later. Okay, now here we are in the FanDuel lineup optimizer over on Draft Dashboard. We have our Millionaire Maker core locked in here. We've generated a lineup. So let's see who we have. We have Deshaun Watson, James Conner, DeAndre Swift, Davante Adams, Will Fuller, DK Metcalf, Hunter Henry, Tyler Boyd, and the Washington football team versus the Dallas Cowboys, who now with Andy Dalton at the helm could be a good defensive play here. So I really like this lineup. We have Will Fuller paired with our quarterback Deshaun Watson. James Conner has been a beast for Pittsburgh Steelers. DK Metcalf, I love him from Seattle Seahawks. He gets a ton of red zone targets. He's been fantastic this year. Tyler Boyd has been shining as the number one receiver over there in Cincinnati. So this is a great lineup. I like it a little bit more than that DraftKings lineup. So I'm going to save this lineup so I can optimize it later.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.